Hello and welcome back to RailRoads Online. So today we are here going to be extending out the rail. As you can see there, we got a deadhead. We're going to fix that and stretch that out to a new industry. Probably, actually, I don't know that we're going to get both industries in today, but these are going to kind of function into the same track there. So we do have the coal mine over there, obviously, and the ironworks. Ironworks is going to be our target for sure today, so we're going to just kind of get started there. Which, you know, nowadays, easy way to get things started, obviously, with the dock links, which certainly do make things easy. And just for the time being, not that this probably won't move or anything, but we'll just check that out there in case we need to get back for some unknown reason. Well, I never noticed. Don't think we'll build probably from this way to the track, but figured turn around, come in, get the track started here. We're gonna have that. We are definitely gonna run. I don't see the point actually in adding a ton of rails. So I don't know that we're gonna have a different turnaround in there. Probably just gonna run it over to this all at the same. So let's go ahead and drop these lines in here. I'll go there. Bring that out. We should have plenty of room to get a turnaround in there and then be able to come back both sides, so that should work out easy enough. I don't know if we'll just be able to straight auto snap this or not, but we're gonna give it a shot and see what happens. Nope, not gonna happen. No problem. Had to see that coming. That was a pretty big ask, really. So we'll just go ahead and run this out this way. We'll just go circle mode. Oop. There we went by. Somewhere in here. Let's see. Probably somewhere in here should keep things nice and smooth. I'll go ahead and just keep this straight. Laying in a little extra rail with doing both, or at least run it out to the industry there. But I think that's fine. Probably something like that should be just fine. And then we'll go there, and from here we should get an auto snap for sure. There we go. Nice and easy, can't complain with that. We'll take that. Then we are going to turn around and run a nice big donut out there, so that'll come back. Piece of cake. Grab some more of this. Suppose I could just put the round in there. I'm not sure. Let's see now. How do we want to do this part? Alright, that's the big mountain that we're going around. What's our ground look like out here? Pretty chill. Looks like we are going to be going this way. So so then somewhere in here we'd want to probably break the rail. How far out do we really need to be? If we run that to here, cool. Now we're way out, probably past where we want to be. Is this flat on this side? Sort of flat, a little rolly. Trying to find where we're gonna get that good angle coming out of there. See here, it's here, but then I don't know how great You know, we'll go for it. See what happens. I'm sure we can make it work. So we'll come in here. We'll go with the switch to the left. Slap that down. Keep that nice and easy. Should be able to cover a fair amount of ground here pretty quick. That'll be a nice casual ride there. No big deal. So much faster laying track nowadays with the tools. Much easier, much cleaner. Just, yeah, mass improvements over time. Is for sure. Get this one over here. Not gonna turn around and do the whole bunch of holding or anything like that out here. We are doing a central yard with this layout, so no need for excess holding. Alright, let's see what we get there. How do we look? Not looking too bad. That actually snapped in there pretty easy, so don't think this is a bush that you have to remove, but we will turn around and check. Don't think so. These are the ones that had the silly texture on them at one point. Still a little bit different out there, but that's those plants, so no worry to remove those. Looks like we are going to have one tree here to clip. So that's not too bad. I guess, you know, where I really should have put a telegraph booth was probably over there by the rail end, actually. There's everything here. Let's see. We're going to be bringing in, this is our drop-off side, so everything's actually going to come over here. So let's extend this rail out a bit. Run this one out. I like the look of it, so we don't have to clip any trees here just for no reason. So we're going to keep that clean through the trees. Getting close. There we are. Yeah, we'll bring that out this way. Not going to worry about the bush. Bring that out somewhere here. And then I think from here we'll be able to turn around and make a connection. No problem on a loop around there. So that's how we're going to run that. Nice and easy. Dig it, dig it, dig it. Keeping it nice and simple. What the hey is going on? Alright, so then we'll run back over to the side over here and see what we can get going on. Back to the trees. Alright, boom. We are going to have to get rid of the bump stop. So we'll get rid of that. Fire up the old chainsaw there. Get rid of a few of those. I'll probably clip off that too, right? Depends on how far. Where are we really? No. We'll just see. Okay, so we'll grab you. Grab onto there. This has to actually go out quite a bit. But now let's think about some things here, because we are going to want to go off straight. We are going to want to bend everything as well. So, how? I wonder if we did something like this, and then we'll grab a few switches and put a few options in here. We can always delete. That's the thing, you know. You can always turn around and delete stuff if you put in stuff you don't like, you know. That's the nice thing here. So we'll put in a few options just in case we use them, and if we don't, so be it, we don't. Let's go ahead and get rid of these rocks before we get invisible things we forget about in the rail later. I think we should be able to get away. You know what? Let's just get rid of them. Close enough. Comes to big hoppers, stuff like that. We will be running probably every type of car through this process, so let's just go ahead and get rid of that. And then this one we will need a right and a right. That's going to give us that, so we'll have the ability to turn off something there. We'll have the ability to go out straight. We will throw a few bump stops on these for now because they're not going to get used. So that's going to be that. Switch is going in the right direction. Good, good. Right there, a little bit of a build video today. I know I don't do a lot of those. Get requested to do some, so you know, this section of track I thought would lay in relatively without too much of a headache. More back and forth, plus kind of had an idea of how that was all going to go in here, so just go with this. Ooh. You know what? Here's the thing. We don't really need to even necessarily do all that because we should be able to get, if we do something like this, that should give it to us, and then it'll auto follow the ground, so we don't need to turn around and worry about a heck of a lot there. And then we'll just kind of do the same thing here. Ooh. See what we can get away with. How much it's gonna let us have. Alright, maybe this one we need to circle mode because it's not gonna let us quite bend it the way we want to bend it. And that might mean we need to change groundwork in here or something else. We'll just have to kind of see what we get. But we do want to get, there we go, 150 meters. I like that. Why not? Nice round number. See if that gets us coming around here and what it does for our elevation. Everything looking okay so far. Don't think we can get away with taking off any, so we'll run that there, and then we'll start working over towards our connection. Hopefully that's going to get us around that little bit of rise that we have there. We'll just have to kind of see how it goes. Yeah, I think we're probably just going to get lucky and get an auto snap here, so there we go. Bam, bam, bam. I can definitely handle that. Looks nice. Smooth. Nothing should be herky-jerky there or anything else. So then I guess we will, I mean, that all popping in there pretty fast. We might as well go over here. Now here, I think, sadly, we are going to be sacrificing some trees in here for sure. We are not going to get around that. So let's just see what we can really get in here for a loop. If we can keep it nice and chill. Well, 60 is pretty chill for. What do we got for ground coverage over here? Alright, so if we go with something like, oh, it would almost be nice just to run up and around the trees, but I don't want to turn around and have that much elevation in there just for the sake of not cutting down some trees. Always a debate, at least for me, of how many trees I really want to rip out versus how many, you know, or versus running the rail just where I want to run it. That's, and I know that was from the Lake Valley play the first time. It was kind of the idea was almost like trying to run the track without cutting down any trees, and I know that's where it comes from for me, but there you go. I don't know how hard do people try to avoid cutting down trees. I'm not sure. That could just be a me thing, you know. One never knows. I don't know too many other people that complain about how many trees they cut down, I guess, but it is something that I do try not to do a lot of. How are we going to be here for a turn? Are we going to make it at 50? Let's try to lay it at 50 and see what we get, right? Worst case scenario, we always come back and change it. I would like 60, but then I don't know. that we have. 50 is not a horrible number. 50, 50, and 150 on the way over. I can almost handle that. And then from here, we can probably actually start opening that out a little bit. Yeah, quite a bit actually. So there you go. Yeah, so we'll just end up with like a one little. That's not going to be bad, I don't think. I have to remove a few rocks in here, which is a bit of a bummer, but don't think that'll be too big a deal there. Not wanting to get a click there. We might have to cut that rail back just a little bit. Let's see. Oh, maybe we can avoid cutting down some of these. Or taking out some of these rocks, actually. Alright, we're going to lose a couple there. If we are here, then we should be able to make that. That doesn't look like it's that big a turn. Gonna give it to us. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. All laying in there and actually covering a heck of a lot of ground pretty quick for all things considered. I guess we will take a little cheap walk down the rail here. Just kind of make sure that we got everything out of here. Looked like there was, I thought we covered up one more rock. I know sometimes, like if you don't see the rock and then you cover it, the train will find the hitbox. Whether you find the hitbox or not, that's a different animal. So I have been known to walk along the line, just clicking, just in case, and I'd be lying if I said I never found a rock or two, or a tree branch that I missed. So, you know, there is that. Sometimes it's amazing, like I've seen, you know, plenty of cases where people have turned around and been popping off the rail in one place or another, and not been able to figure out why, and then when you delete the rail, there's a rock there, because the hitbox is just up high enough that you can't see it, but the hitbox will catch the train. So that is a thing sometimes. If you have a spot in your railroad that looks just fine, but somehow it kicks off the train, sometimes it's worth deleting the rail just to take a look at what's there. I do know that. Alright, that should look good. I think we'll probably just get rid of this whole bunch right here, so that we don't end up with the tree cabin slappers. There's one of the little ninja trees. Don't necessarily see that thing, but that will somehow stop your 70-ton train from going down the rail. Believe that. Would not be sad if one day we just snapped off trees, but did a little damage, snapped them off. Bulk style tree cutter. Too bad we can't use the old push plow, not the rotary, but the push plow is just for tree cutters. Send them flying through on the front of the train. That wouldn't be sad. Save a little time cutting trees. Give you a reason to buy the plow. I know. They're for snow, not trees. Alrighty, there we go. We'll go ahead and make a little bit more of a decent path in here. This is going to be like into the deep dark forest, so I think we'll leave that. That looks good. Not too bad. Can't complain. At least it gets us off into a nice little bit of a tree run there. So we'll have that. Again, we're not really putting any holding in here because this is just going to be runouts. We're not going to add any extra switches in here or anything else that we don't need, because we're just going to be able to go run out here. It's the line, you know. If you're coming out here for this, it's on the line extension and then back to town. Coming in on the one rail, back in. So then, yeah, that looks good. Got all that stuff out of the way. Done. I don't personally care for where this thing is. But not that I really have a place that I want to put one right now either. I guess we could just kind of put one in between the two, maybe. Maybe we'll just do that. Save us a telegraph booth too. We'll just put one out here in the tree. Yeah. We'll just do something like this. Be a little hidden back here into the trees. Little shed there. Yeah, see? Is that where? Or are we all bushes? No, we're not all bushes. We'll take that. That's fine. Yeah, kind of hidden in there. In the trees, little shack if you need to get out to either industry, because again, we're not going to be holding a lot of trains out here or anything, so this is not going to be a spring out here. And obviously another, to point out another game improvement is that we do have the map, which is going to show you obviously all your goods ins and outs, what you would need somewhere, so it isn't like the old days where you have to jump out to an industry just to see what's going on there. You obviously have the option on the map, but I think there we go. That's going to be the line there for the iron works and the coal mine. Obviously, we now have the stuff up at the ironworks to start bringing down to get this going. And then once you get the ironworks going, the whole game kind of breaks open from there. And you can, that's when you have really the option to go off to any of the chains that you would want to go off to. So whether that's the farm chain there, the gold chain, or the standard oil, yeah, or the good old crude oil chain. I'll say that. Standard oil, probably, who knows? That could be a copyright thing. No, probably not anymore, but whatever. That's what we're going to be, the chain options there. I don't know which one we're going to actually go after next, so just kind of happy to get this in because it's going to open up the ironworks and just the possibilities from here. Plus, some of the views over here, pretty good, Can't complain. The scenery is pretty good. But I think with that one, we are going to call it a win. Say thanks for tuning in. Remember, if you get a chance, like, share, subscribe. Subscriptions are free, but they sure do help the channel. Y'all have a great day.